All right, Shalom. This is GMS New Orleans coming at you with another live lesson. As we always do, we're going to start off by giving infinite honors, infinite praises to Yahweh, by Shem, Yahushua, by Shem, Kadash. Double honors to the elders apostles of GMS. Peace, blessings, and salutations again to the hopeful elect. All right, and those of you that are sincere. All right, this lesson here is going to be centered around the persecution. All right, and also, all right, those of your household becoming foes, becoming enemies unto you, man, in these last days. All right, and this is centered around a conversation me and the brother had, another brother in the camp had about because I think this last week or so it's been world news of these 10 inmates escaping. They didn't caught the bulk of them. There's only 2 left. One guy in particular yesterday, I believe, they were saying that his actual sister turned him in for the money, and it was like $20,000 per inmate if you call a hotline and turn them in. So it's word out there, and I think it was even brought through the media that the guy's sister turned him in. Who knows? But I also use that. Me and the brother was talking, and I also use that as a point to make about the men of the Lord. They're gonna do the same thing to us, man. All right, the persecution, how they hunting them down, looking for them. All right, and then in a sense, the dude's sister telling on them, our family members gonna do that the same to us over this word, man. All right, but when it comes to us, the Lord's gonna protect us, and we have hope, man. All right, but I want to start off with that Matthew 10 and 36.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 36. It says, "And a man's foes shall be they of his own household."
Right. It says a man's foe, and get that word foes. A man's foes should be they of his own household. Right. The same people that's living amongst you in your house. All right. The people that you take care, you love, that you provide protection, provide then everything for, possibly in that day going to turn on you. All right, all because of the name of Yahweh Shai and his truth. All right, because we know this devil is coming down. All right, if we step closer to these last days, you see that every time there's a new event happening here in Babylon the Great, that the suspects are looking more and more like who? Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, they having a beard, having the whole get up, the whole look of a Hebrew Israelite. Sooner or later, they're gonna put, all right, brothers that they're gonna put them on these TV screens, man. Whether and he don't care. Esau don't care. Esau has the ability to woo the crowd, woo the audience out there to believe whatever they want to believe, man. They got audio equipment where they can mimic your voice. They have video equipment out there that can render your look, and have you on another person's face doing some shit you wasn't doing, man.
A deep fake.
Yeah, deep fake. Right. This devil technology has gone through the roof in these last couple of years, man. All right, even with the help of AI. All right. But you got it out?
Yeah, I got it. That's that word, fools. I can say this too. Me and a brother was looking at a article, not an article, but the new iPhone 18 that's coming out, and it says that the facial ID gonna be hitting at the bottom of the screen, or like when you purchase the phone, instead of you having the option of facial ID or password, it's gonna be hitting inside the phone, like it's built in inside the phone under the screen. So we're gonna see, bro. This is Ectros. There's foes. You got some good ones in here. It says hated, odious, hateful, used of men as at enmity with the Most High by their sin, opposing our power in the mind, a man that is hostile, a certain enemy, the devil who is most bitter enemy of the divine government.
Yeah. And who they gonna be hostile towards? Because the Lord said it first. Before they hated you, they hated me. You know? And we
Mhm.
understand that these, all right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, all right, even our folks in a way, they hate the Lord, man. All right. They hate the Lord. So like I said, a lot of them gonna turn us in when those 1-800 numbers get brought out there. All right, those different hotlines, they're gonna turn you in, just like this particular chick out here turned in her brother, man, her blood brother, turned him in for the 20,000.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then I heard that they don't even really repay you the reward. Like I don't, I don't know. That's been kind of like I think it's something they said about the reward. The brother mentioned that. Brother was like, I think they paid. They said the city don't got money and certain things like that. Like you gotta wait or something.
Yeah, they're act like they're gonna pay you, they don't pay your ass, man. Even that's what they do. But
I got a quick one.
okay, go ahead.
This Psalms 41:9. It says, "Yea, my own familiar friend, and whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, had lifted up the hill against me."
And that's our familiar, even in friends. All right, your so-called friends that you have, those close friends, people that you work with. Oh, I know that dude. I know where you live at. They're gonna turn us in, man. They're gonna actually get on TV and say how much of a horrible he was weird. He always was, this and that. The guy had wear funny beads on his neck. This is what they're gonna do. All right, they're gonna lift their heels up against us, man. All right. That's why, brothers, especially you younger brothers, you got to be aware of the times that we're in. You got to be aware that these are things that just might come unto you. It might not happen to another brother, but it might happen to you. You have to be in the mental state and prepared for it, man. Your enemies, your first enemy is going to be them of your household. Right? For the sake of the truth, because when you in the spirit, you dedicate to, because anything that you do in order to become greater, then you have to sacrifice what is yourself, your time, your energy, all right, your patience. You have to sacrifice that. You have to put work in. So when you put work in for the Lord, your folks, all right, your girl at the house, your children, even in a sense, if you was close with your mother and father, they become the grow of hate for you, man, because you don't spend time on the what Jake loved, the weekends, man. You out teaching that Bible. Yeah, whatever. And that's what happened to me. Yeah, I going out there again. You can't miss one day, but this is our folks, man. And some of them hate you to the point you didn't in the past, you've been zealous in the spirit, the spirit moving on you in a sense, and they might have tried you, whatever. You cut them in the scriptures, make them look crazy and shit, and they have a deep hatred for you, man. This truth makes you become the black sheep of your family, man. All right. This truth separates you from those who ain't right, man. It's just something that happens. Give me Job 19, start at 13.
God, got a good one on that. Shalom, ma. Yeah, but she must have got that too. I better kabab put on.
I got that one too. That one he got, I got that one.
Come, beautiful.
You can bring it out. You can bring it out.
Oh, you want? Okay, come. This Job 12:6. It says, "For even thy brethren," because we hopping on the next of kin or your kinfolk, or those you kind of have somewhat of a trust towards or a romance with. All right, or like you say, a level of they wouldn't do that to me. But when you get in the truth, you really find out who would do what to who. It says, "For even thy brethren in the house of thy father, even they have dealt treacherously with thee."
See? Even they're dealt treacherously with you, man.
The house of your father.
Yeah, man. You might not even ever heard in that day. You might not even heard from them in a while, because one thing about this, like I said, you become the black sheep. Those phone calls that you was getting when you was the big time basketball player, the big time football player. All right, you was the man of your family. Once you get in the truth, you lose those calls. Them phone calls, and that phone becomes cold in a sense to your family. and you begin to get a new family, the brothers in the truth. Those are the brothers who most of your phone call, your phone log is filled with. But all of a sudden that day, you might get a phone call from the cousin. Yeah, cuz, come over here. Let me see you. Like, man, what the you want to see me for? But meanwhile, they got 3, 4, 5 detectives on the phone. Get it, come on, get him. Talk to them more. We can get a ping on them, you know. but that's what's going on. You're gonna have those people in that day, man. They're gonna try to bring us up on charges, man. Make things up. Yeah, you was like, what else, Peter? Yeah, you was one of them.
Yep.
Yeah, but read it again up. Verse 6.
It get more heavy. It says, for even thy brethren in the house of thy father, even they have dealt treacherously with thee. Yea, they have called a multitude after thee. Yeah, they call all kind of people. There's a lot of your family members gonna commit treason against you, man. They gonna call your enemies against you. Them that lift up the hill, all right. Them that can apprehend you and persecute you, right? They're gonna bring you to the judges and the potentates, all right, to basically have you executed, man. They don't care, right? Even if they promise the piece of bread or promise a money or reward, guess what? They'll do it, all right, and say all in the name of he was gonna get my children in trouble, or I don't trust him, or whatever the case may be, because the love of many have waxed cold. Your kinfolks is not the same kinfolks you was with in '93, man. Growing up with y'all ain't have nothing, eating cereal, low eat, getting commodity. This is not the same kinfolks you growed up with, man. All right, people have different mindsets towards their blood relatives, man. Really, since your blood relatives is more of an enemy than people that's not your real bloodline, man. It says, believe them not, though they speak fair words unto thee. That was it in there.
Yeah, believe them not, though they speak fair words. All right. And Jake always gonna come with fair words like everything all good, shaking your hand. But meanwhile, like I say, if money was involved, if like right now, if 20,000 was involved in turning in certain men that do this truth, Jake gonna do it, man. All right. The guy across the street is gonna do it. Family members gonna do it. And like I said, it'd be shocking, all right, to see some of those people that you thought wouldn't do something, they would do it, man. All right, especially behind some major cake. Jake don't give a damn. This one, get Jeremiah 20:10. It's kind of going into what you were saying.
Come on, I got you. 20:10. Oh yeah, I'll stay right here then. It's Jeremiah chapter 20, verse 10. It says, for I heard the defaming of many here on every side. Report, say they, and we will report it. All my familiars watch for my halting, saying, peradventure he will be enticed, and we shall prevail against him, and we shall take our revenge on him. I'm reading 12 on that one, brother.
God.
But you got the 10. You got the 10 Salakia.
Yeah. they're gonna ultimately try to get revenge on you, man. Ultimately, like I said, they speak fair words to try to entice you, but yet they're actually reporting you in, man. Especially when, like I said, when there's a hotline set up for anybody who knows a Hebrew Israelite, anybody that has any information on these guys that was on the corner. All right, because like I said, I'm not surprised if Esau has some type of mock attack, and he blames the men of the Lord, man. The demonization and the persecution is coming. All right, and brothers have to be prepared and aware of it, man. That's why we speak of it. That's why these different topics come up. All right, to make you aware. Even you believers out there. All right, when you don't understand, when you log into the apostles page, the different men in the Lord pages all around the country, all around the world. All right, Esau has a system set up. He has a system set up to where even the new system he's getting ready to come with where he can control and operate and watch what you're doing. He can shut that off too. All right. So even though you got guys out there that might have was bringing it out on the highways and byways, they went back in the world. Esau got he got information on that. He got IP addresses on that, man. Ain't no way out. All right. All right. There's no way out. That's why you might well just go ahead and serve the Lord through and through. All right. You still wrapped in this thing, man.
Yeah.
You still in. All right. But go back and get that the Job 19.
They got two more in that them two precepts behind it too. But I get the Job 19.
Oh yeah, get him out the way there.
Come. All right. This is Jeremiah 20 and 11. It says, but the Lord, because even though our foes gonna want to take revenge on us, they're not gonna be able to do nothing against us. Even if the Lord gonna protect us from the wicked, all right, that has the control over to give us heart attack guns and drone us and drop bombs on us. If the Lord gonna keep us from them, how much more from those who don't even possess the powers of our true enemies have? It says, but Yahweh is with me as a mighty one, huh?
That's why I said in the last video, the Lord's finna do a miracle right before a lot of people's eyes. Right? Yeah. When all hell breaks loose, the Lord's gonna however whatever form of that mamma that he did back then, it's gonna come again. Mm-hmm. Right? That's the same thing with the raven of feeding the men of the Lord. That's gonna happen again. The same very acts that Peter went through with the angel unlocking the doors in the prison. Those things are gonna happen again, man. You know, those very things that happened in past times are gonna happen to the very same men you see preaching and teaching, even the apostles. All right. And you have to believe that. We believe that through faith. All right. And one might ask, well, how? Well, through faith. That's how.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, it says, verse 20, Jeremiah 20 and 11. But Yahweh is with me as a mighty, terrible one. Mm-hmm. Therefore, my persecutors shall stumble, and they shall not prevail. They shall be greatly ashamed, for they shall not prosper. That's why I say no weapon formed against the elect shall prosper. Then that's whether it's of like you say, defaming, whether that's lying, throwing us up in jail. All right, because the angels can open the jail up. They did it to Peter when he was in jail. Paul opened the gates up. So whether you lock us up, no matter what you do to us, man. All right, we gonna still stand strong. I don't want to ratazah like those Maccabees brothers, man. Can't just.
The Lord works. The Lord deals with the minds of the very cops and the centurions. The Lord deal with their mind. It's been times I got pulled over for some bullshit, and I pray the Lord change his devil mind, and he changed his mind. You know.
Yeah.
So the Lord controls everything, man. We just want to see what you're gonna do.
Yep.
All right. You want to see how you gonna is you gonna be cool as a cucumber in that time while those things are going on? Are you gonna still believe? Are you gonna fold? All right. But your folks, all right, the ones that you hold very dear to you, they're gonna come up against you, man. All right. And they're gonna and who knows? They're doing shit right now. They're doing things. Some of our folks doing things right now. You know, whether we know or not. It is what it is. Where you was going at though?
I got a little more. It says that past and confusion shall never be forgotten. Now you want the Job? I don't gotta read 12. The Lord gonna defend us. All right. Then the fear of the Lord gonna defend them in that day.
Let me see.
We got Job 19. Because it tells you in Proverbs 24.
Bring out 12. 12 nice. 12 nice. You read 12.
I want to get the Job for you. There's
I was talking about that Jeremiah. That was you talking about, right?
Yeah, I wanted to read the 12.
Yeah, read the 12. Read the 12. Come
on. It says, verse 12. But Yahweh of hosts, which means armies, that tries the righteous and sears the reins and the heart. Let me see thy vengeance on them, for unto thee have I opened my cause.
Yeah. And like I said, those very same family members, whether that's scoffing, scorn, to come up against us, that's going to actually be of those that try to be a part of the persecution of us in our in the ministry. You know, let the Lord see, let the Lord bring forth vengeance on them, man. All right, and whoever they may be, you know, co-workers and shit, they come, they laugh, pass by, take pictures of you. Well, you hear all type of shit, man. You know, you the laugh of the, you the butt of the joke. All right, when it comes to teaching and preaching His word, man. You know, but you know, you all gonna have your have that day, right? Because the scripture tell you how the Lord's gonna actually revenge the blood of the elect, man. But you can get that Job. That Job cool.
Yep. Job 19.
Uh-huh.
And what verse?
13 and read to 19.
Come on. It says Job 19 and 13. He had put my brethren far from me, and my acquaintance are verily estranged from me. My kinfolks have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. They that dwell in my house and my maids count me for a stranger. I am an alien in their sight.
Go ahead.
Yeah, completely looking at the man as if he's a stranger. We know Job, was amongst the greats. It says, I've called my servant and he gave me no answer. I have treated him with my mouth. That's crazy. My breath is strange to my wife, though I entreated from the children sake of my own body. Yea, your young children despise me. I arose, they spake against me. All my friends abhor me, and they whom I've loved are turned against me.
Oh man, that's heavy. All right, and that's coming. All right, the same way they came up against Job, Yahweh Shai, all right,
David.
Peter, Paul, David, is going to happen again. All right, and we got to be in a mindset of not forgetting these things, man. All right, because the Lord's going to show. That's when the Lord's going to show his marvelous works. All right, that's when the Lord's going to lift up that standard for the elect's sake, man. You're not going to be able to just do us anything how you did us in the old times, man. On this run, the Lord's going to come and put a stop to all this shit, man. And that's what we're waiting on. You know, we hastening the day to get deliverance from amongst all this shit, man. It's bullshit. The wicked of our people, the wicked, all right, of the nations, and all of this. America as a whole, man. All right, America as a whole, they just need to get the hell out of here, man. You got to sit here and wonder about family members, man.
Yeah.
And they're not really your family members. Them just people you just relatives, man. Them just people that you just blood relatives. They're not your family, you know. In a sense. But go ahead,
Con, this Proverbs 20 and 21, quick one. To have respects of persons is not good. And really to have a respect of person is to trust them or look to them for to be something they're not. And that's the thing you got to get over here. Like the brother said, all right, you know the ones that's your brothers and your sisters. Yahweh Shai describe them in the scriptures. Those that do the will of my father. And even some horsemen are going to turn their back. Huh?
I said, ooh, the brother got a nice one. Some heat. The brother got some heat right here.
God, that's body.
This is Psalms and Shalom.
Hey, it's the brother. Hey, y'all you growing on me. That brother know. You know what that is.
Yeah, it's Psalms 27 and 10 says, my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Yeah, man.
Yep. Yeah, the Lord to defend those that's followed after righteousness. Because as birds flying, the Lord gonna defend Jerusalem. As he preserve and he gonna protect and he gonna defend. All right. But we have to get saved from our enemies. And in order to get saved, there have to be layers of protection we're gonna need. We're gonna need spiritual powers, we're gonna need the angels assisting us, and ultimately we're gonna need to be predestined and ordained from the beginnings of the earth to reap the salvation. Really, we got to get saved from our own people, our own family members, our own so-called Israelite familiar, man. All right, because all of they of Israel is not of Israel. Because they want our chief enemies too, our own people, man. You got it, bro.
Hey, because if you were to put, because this whole lesson got stirred up about those missing inmates that got broke free down here in New Orleans. If you were to put 10 brothers up there and the 10 inmates, they'll say give us the 10 inmates and put these niggas in jail, man.
Give us Barabbas.
Yeah,
Give
it's
us,
the same thing. It's the same thing. Give us the Barabbas.
yeah. And spiritually, they'll spiritually let Barabbas go here. And they don't arrest what, like 13 people now involved in the breakout?
Yeah, man. They'll help them niggas, man.
They help them, yeah, accomplices though, people who help them, which more gonna come out. But this was real strategic. We found this to be weird. Like you can't run that on a minute of the Lord, or they just got out by the toilet where one man just cut the water off. It's a lot of more layers to this whole situation. But you put those murderers back in society, man, that's assimilation Esau doing, man. It was all murderers too. By coincidence, it was one of them that wasn't. But for the most part, most of them got out of habitual murderers, man.
Yeah.
So
and it shows the breakdown. That's why we told you brothers before. Hey man, we already on a soft stage of martial law. They got every alphabet down here already. The city's in shambles. There's no stoplights. There's no lights on in certain parts of the city. And they have inmates just doing whatever they want to do, breaking free for a whole week and shit. We've been telling you it's over with. Like, this is gonna be one of the first places that collapse and fall. All right, we better keep what happened a day ago. All the lights went off for hours. All right.
Yep.
The energy company couldn't keep the lights on, and the lights were off for like a whole day. It's pure darkness, man. So we already experiencing, all right, a prelude to that day, man.
The also down there at that in that building where they broke out at, they so-called did some modern renovations on it, but that building really old, man. All right, they got out behind a toilet.
Man, I heard somebody that was in there that I know of. Listen, them niggas walk out the door, man. They just ain't telling the public that them dudes walk out the door.
Yeah, it looked like
hit the fence.
Come on, brother. You're right. They look like they went out the back door. They look like they went out the back door, brother.
They said they got over 160 door locks and that bitch broke, man. Them dudes went out the door.
Yeah. Also, that article, the water haven't been on since Friday. You seen that?
Man. Yeah, I seen that. I put that in there.
Oh, that was you put it in there. So I looked at it. It was the water haven't been on for the inmates since Friday. So if the water and the lights ain't on and the doors locked or the locks broke, what are we doing?
Yeah, man. We already, this is hell, man. All right, we in hell, man.
Yep. I got this one, dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
Proverbs 28 and 21. I read this one. Salagi. Oh, make sure I read it. So I'll read it again. It says to have respects of persons is not good. For a piece of bread, that man will transgress. So people gonna come up against you for little than that. Some people gonna just come up against you for nothing. No, like just absolutely nothing. You know how many people that said Yahweh was guilty because of like his innocence? Really, his innocency, him being innocent, basically wanted the people to just go against the grain and just be like, he's guilty, man. All right. So if our Lord went through it, the servants did for nothing from it. We gonna get lied on, right? Persecuted, beat, all right, turned in. So I mean, this was part of the walk, dude. It's the part of the walk that's not behind the video epistles. All right. Well, all right. This is the next stage in the truth where your faith gonna have to increase. You gonna really have to have faith in the Lord, man. All right. You want to go mojo or molly your way through this truth, man. You was gonna have to go through some shit, man. All right. Afflictions is part of the trial. You got it.
Yeah. Get this Luke 21:12.
Come on, I got you.
Let me see something.
There's Luke 21, verse 12. Why did this keep going on, bro? pressing it to stay on Salatic. What I see. It says, but before all these, they shall lay hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
Yeah, so we prepare for that day, man. The day they're gonna try to do the very same thing to us. All right, persecute us, even put hands on brothers, man, and to be brought up, all right, as a witness for the testimony of Yahweh Shai. All right, because ultimately this world hates this truth, man. They hate us, they hate the truth. We all right because this truth is shining a very bright light, all right, on the rulers of this world. It's shining a very bright light on wickedness, man, and they don't want that. All right, like we said in past lessons, this is Satan's playground. All right, America is Satan's playground. You can have it your way here. All right, what this says, do as thou wilt. That's what's going on. All right, and for those who are lovers of truth, as we are, and how we bring this word out, they don't want that. They don't want that to come out. So they're going to come up against us, man. All right, and so much, we be talking about agents, whether around in the camp, all right, or even our own folks as informants. They're gonna try to work with Esau to try to come up against brothers, man. Hey, like you seen that past lesson I did with talking about the different, like basically in the Roman Empire they had bureaus, like
Con.
how you got the FBI. They had that back then, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, you and Raya went into it.
Yeah,
It
they had
yeah.
There's nothing new under the sun, man. The same things they had back then they have today. The same. Hey, what they say? If you was an informant back then, you're an informant now, man. All right,
Mhm.
you working with them people now.
Yes.
Let me see. They got a little more though, right?
That same Roman infrastructure that was set up to police and control the people. All right, this is nothing more. It being what revised, man. All right, to what? Basically, take you in. They're gonna throw you, lock you in these damn coliseums. All right, in these different places. They're gonna imprison you, man. All right. These they call them FEMA camps, man. This is Luke 21 and 13. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. So all this gonna be a testimony, all right, unto you. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer, meaning having faith, waiting on the Lord. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
Should not be able to gainsay nor resist. I'm gonna send something to you if I can get it.
Come.
Speak on it real fast. I'm gonna send something to you.
So even in the time of destruction and affliction, and once our enemy lay hands on us, because they're gonna be able to put hands on some of us, man, because that's gonna be a testimony. Like most of the prophets have to be martyrs, which are basically witnesses, man. All right. So you're gonna have to witness the fact that you're gonna have to take some men gonna have to taste death over here. And our enemies gonna be able to, persecute us, but our righteousness will follow. But the Lord said He gonna give you a mouth and wisdom which your adversary shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So in that time, the Lord will give you something to say. All right. And if He don't have you with nothing to say, then He just didn't have you with anything to say either. It says, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death. So, that's the end of a prophet, but that's the glory of a prophet as well, to go through this and do it and do the afflictions. All right. And carry it with joy. Okay. When the apostles got beaten and axed, okay, they leave for joy. They beat them or whatever they did. And they was happy or they was elated that they got what? Persecuted for the name of the Lord, man. So this part of our crowns, man.
If you can
Okay.
get this
for heaven. All right. If you enjoy it, you got it.
Yeah, if you can get this for me on the screen, that'd be cool.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that full material.
Yeah, the fumitory.
Yep. It says the military of the ancient Rome. Now, let me read it to the side.
Oh,
No,
you
no,
want?
no. Stay at the top. I'm just gonna read the look. It says part of a series. Hold on.
I just this is the part I wanted to read right here. This
Oh,
part right here.
come on. Yeah. Okay. It says the Fumitory were an ancient Roman military and secret police organization used as an intelligence agency. Now, what are the intelligence agencies now? FBI, CIAs, and amongst what? The Blackwaters, all right, and amongst many more. You see, it says they begin their history as a courier service and develop into an imperial spying agency, honeypot, all kind of shit. Their organization would also carry out assassinations. The military, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they gonna assassinate some man. You know?
Whether that's your character or you.
Oh yeah,
And your folks, your family, in some instances, gonna be working with them, man. All right.
yeah,
Especially when it's serious out here for the want of bread and water, man. And they giving out cash rewards. Shit, they gonna sell you out. Go ahead.
yeah. It says
That's
the
probably
food
it.
military were headquartered in the Castra Perigenia
Mm-hmm.
and were run by the precipice. Hold on, my screen cracked. Just go up. My screen got a little
Yeah,
crack.
that was cool. That was
Yep,
cool. You know, we got the
yep,
point. Out the way.
yep.
Let me go back. Yeah,
And those are the
that was a
same
point.
people today. That's the same. That's the same government of people today, man. This is the Roman revival. This is the last of the wicked of Amalek, Esau, Edom, man. That'll be ruling in the last, man. At the end.
And those same people that came up against Yahweh Shai that said, "Give us Barabbas," when Pontius Pilate said, "I found no charges," those people are back today too. All right, some is possibly family members of us, man. If they did it to Yahweh Shai, they're gonna do it to us. All right,
Yep.
and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the brother Wadi you put on a comment board there, shalom to you too, brother. Y'all but and Yash. Shalom,
Shalom,
you
shalom, shalom.
con. Brother, put on that 8. We have became the world enemies because we tell them the truth, man. Because we here you have it with that Hosea 4:1. There's no knowledge, no knowledge of the Lord, mercy or truth in the land. So the people that do project that, all right, according to Isaiah 13:2, lifting the banner up and shaking the hand at these people, they're gonna be the outcasts, man. All right, the men that serving the Lord that standing for good, all right, they're gonna be the ones that get the hand pointed at them as if they're evil, even though we're the ones calling evil out, man.
Hey, get Luke 20 and start at 19.
Got you. This is Luke 20, verse 19. And the chief priests and the scribes, the same hour sought to lay hands on him. And they feared the people, for they perceived that he had spoken this parable against them. And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just yeah, men crept in unawares.
God, and we in them times, man.
Yep,
We in them times.
yep,
In these times where we in are very crucial, man. All right, what the brother said on the phone earlier? Your next move can be your last move, man. All
that's
right,
right.
but go ahead.
Yep. It says that they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver unto him unto the power and the authority of the God. Let me bring this out real quick to go with that. This Isaiah 29:20. For the terrible one is bought the north and the scorn is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. That a man make an offend that make a man an offender for a word. All right. So we're gonna put words in our mouth. All right. Say we said this, say we were tears. All right. We black extremists, which we come under the banner of Israelites, man. All right. We don't come in all these byword. We call ourselves, what we're basically called biblically, man. It says that making man an offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reprove it in a gate and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. You want to speak on it?
Yeah, and that applies even to our family. They're gonna be make a man offended for a word. All right, they're gonna try to lay snares on you, man, with your words. All right, the way you just anything. All right, any and everything that you do in righteousness is a offense to them, man.
Yep.
Let me see something. That's what I want. But go ahead if you want to say some more on that.
Con. Okay. It says that they might deliver him unto the power and the authority of the governor. And when you're in control of the hands of the enemy and they got you in jail, all right, you don't have no rights. You don't have no rights if you ain't free, right? So,
Come
brother, you know, come on, brother, we don't have rights. We slave, we servants. So they have the wherewithal to do as they please with us, man. All right, that's why we approve man for said the evil and hide himself. So in that day when they do think that lay hands on us, the Lord gonna lift up a standard on them too. Now you gotta also use scriptures to show that y'all not gonna just be able to put hands on us like that. Some of us, yes, but some men the Lord gonna give spiritual powers, and the Lord gonna lift up standards for, man. All right, but even those that get hands put on them, they gonna be a testimony for those, that stood so stiffly for the name of the Heavenly Father, man, along with the other men. So at the end of the day, no matter how much you tempt it, all right, you gotta just keep on battling, man. All right, you gotta keep fighting and keep your damn mouth closed. Let me get this. Micah 7:5. It says, trust ye not in a friend. Everybody ain't your friend, Jake. And stop looking to be so damn gullible looking for friends, man. All right? The Lord looking for salvation. That's two different temperaments of looking for something. All right? You're going to lose some friends.
You're going to lose a lot.
On the way. But you're going to gain salvation, brother. Everybody that was lost, they was what? Set to lose. All right? On this side. It was set to lose. Everybody who went, it was set to win. But we'll all be back together in the kingdom. It says,
yeah, but right now it's business. It's business now, man.
It's business right now.
It's business right now. Yep.
Yeah, brother. That's right. It says, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guy. What is confidence? It's faith. Con is with fidelity. Fidel means faith. So don't put your faith in a guy. All right. We put our faith in our spiritual fathers who have taught us the word, have taught us to have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, the word. All right. We have a direction for our faith, or for our confidence, man. It says, keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lie in thy bosom. Now, yeah, that goes to your woman. All right. But even those that are closer to you, keep your damn mouth shut, man.
Yeah, your cousins and them, if they're not if they're not inquiring and being serious about this word, even that you got to try them over a length of time. But if they're not in the truth, you shouldn't be really just running it with them like that, man. You shouldn't leave yourself vulnerable and out in the open to exposing to what you is. This is a treasure. This thing is sacred. You don't have to. That's what the scripture tell you about. Let me see. It's on the tip of my tongue. This word is treated like a pearl, man.
Pearl, yeah. Which is that word of great value.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, this shouldn't be given to everybody. You shouldn't be just out here like these jakes they walk around with a t-shirt, which the Lord ain't dealing with a damn t-shirt for a garment, all right, with fringes on it, all right? The fringes are not going to save you. But you shouldn't be also walking around in your day-to-day life washing you see I just seen Jake do some crazy shit, man. You know, Jake washing the car with the fringe shirt on, with the power sprayer. Is at the it's just in the grocery store with the shit on, man. At the car wash. You know, Jake at work on the forklift. All right.
Yep.
With the fringes, man. you make yourself a target. All right, you leave yourself vulnerable to those people that don't mean you any good, man. All right, the scripture tells you about being wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, man. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, I got that word pearl right there. This
Uh,
Matthew 7:6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you.
yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It always happened that way.
Yep.
So hey man, hey man, it's best to be incognito. It's best to put best when we out there on the block on the highways and byways. You put the cap, you put the Superman suit on. All right, meaning these garments. And then when you go back to your daily life, you put on what? You put on your Clark Kent. All right, everybody don't have to know what you know. Everybody, you don't have to share that with everybody, man. Somebody can be dead right. Hey man, you Israelite? Like, nah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Why you say that? Because you don't know who you're talking to. You got a lot of agents out here too, man. All right,
Yeah.
you got a lot of informants and people. Hey man, if you don't think you're being followed, you're sadly mistaken. You don't think these phones that we talk on are tapped? That Esau is not looking into you. You crazy, man. All right. You don't think that some of your hey man, you can. I bet you right now, at least 3 family members, you can possibly say, hey, man, they'll do it to me, man. All right, they'll do it to me. They coming in with a bag, opportunity of a lifetime. Hey, even a pack of cigarettes, man, they'll do it to you, man.
Yes.
Some pork chops, Jake could do it. Hey, man, hey, you ain't gotta give me the 20. Just give me $20.
Yeah.
you know,
It's say for a piece of bread, a man will transgress, man.
yeah, that's what the
That,
scripture say.
yeah.
The scripture says that.
Yeah.
How much more money? And like I said, in these different agents out here, all right, that want to know more about us, they're gonna come to those people like that with money, all type of shit, man. Let me see.
I got that word pearl too. And
Okay.
that you about. Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of men creeping in unawares. They gonna come in and some men gonna infiltrate. They gonna be able to get in and learn the breakdowns and but hey, at the end of the day, you can't do nothing against the truth before it. All right, what you gonna go back and tell the enemy? Oh, we just were telling the truth. You
Yeah.
know,
And that's why.
nobody.
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got it.
In Matthew 7,
No,
it
what you
said,
about to say? What you about to say?
no, I was just saying, that men gonna be able to actually infiltrate and learn the breakdowns and be spies, man. And slip through the cracks, so called. But at the end of the day, you can't do nothing against the truth before it. It's written that, I don't want to write the Zah. The Lord don't make me. Hey, brother, you gotta just say it, bro.
Hey,
Lord, what you just don't make you a whole ass nigga, man. You just gotta say it, bro. You got it.
yeah, because even your folks that's gonna turn on you, they're a part of the story. They're a part of the movie,
Yeah.
right? Because we know that the Most High is the producer of all things. He's all into the drama, the dramatics of things. Hey, that's a part of your lot. That's a part of your story if that happens. All right, and even the persecution, even the triumph, or coming out of it. How the Lord has it set up for you to come out that thing some wild miraculous way. That's just a part of it. You just got to go through it. Uh,
Yahweh Shai had to endure Judas, man. He knew Judas was the betrayer from the door.
yeah.
All right. And had to endure.
He had to go
That,
through that part of the Most High's movie, man. Well, it's like a movie, but he had to go through the whole thing. He couldn't call him out. He couldn't say no. I don't want him. He went through the whole thing.
yes, bro.
We
That
we got
word.
to do the whole thing too. We got discernment. There's certain dudes. You know, the Most High gave his men discernment, man. Where we can see. You know, You know, apostles, you're not fooling nobody, and you ain't fooling the spirit either. Those family members too. And some of them you just gotta leave them alone, man. You can't be around them. You can't be close proximity of them. You just gotta be away from them people, man. All right, the Lord has got them on a whole nother vibration. What you got? You had something?
Yeah, he have allowed Satan to basically sift them, and he have set them up to help assist for you to take your crown, man. At the end of the day, right? If you got, the elect is striving for the crown, so the only thing could get taken from you is that crown, man. All right,
Yeah.
you gotta
Go around, man.
gotta not allow your cousin to take your crown, brother. You
gotta guard your crown, man.
Yes, brother.
All right, because you deal with those folks. Those folks are them folks are lie, have you put in jail, or even kill you.
Yeah.
Right?
They say that. Yes, it said they're gonna turn and ring you if you try to give that which is holy to dogs, man. You know, if you try to give those pearls, which you go on that word pearls, it means a word of great value. They're gonna turn around and try to tear you in pieces, man. All right, because one, the scriptures is a sword. All right, it's cutting them. Secondly, you tell them the truth. And third, they ain't really like you because you was faster than them anyways, and you played basketball a little better, man. Or whatever the reason is.
Yeah, all the chicks was sweet on you anyway, you know.
Sweet on you, and y'all was first cousins. Like, come on, bro. You know,
the women didn't like him like that, you know.
Oh, shit.
You know, whatever, man.
Yeah, whatever.
You got some men out there, they hide because the Lord chose you and they ain't chose him, man.
That's bad too.
Like a guy we know, you know.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, man.
You got one. I got one more, and then
we're ended on that. You know, I that was it for me.
That's pretty much it. The point is made. This are Psalms 55:12. For it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I could have borne it. Neither was it he that had hated me, that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man my equal, my guide, and my acquaintance. Yeah, so that can go
ahead.
Yes, a man your equal. All right, it's like what? Another man as you, same goals.
A fellow Israelite. A fellow Israelite.
Yeah. Same role to basically what? Getting a crown. My guy. That could be a man who was in a troop showing you the ropes. Mm-hmm. All right. You know, hey, look, he was guiding me. You know, hey, he was showing me the word of truth and righteousness, and then he himself discontinued. You know, it says, at my acquaintance, all right? One who actually on site, acquainting you, actually helping you walk in the house of God. It's going to say, we took sweet counsel together and walked into the house of God in company. Those are the worst niggas, right? I don't want to rock the top. They don't allow us to be that because we have no control over that. You know, our hearts is towards, look, we want to be the best brothers we can be, but I don't want to rock the side. He keep us from, walking to the house of God in company with men and then betraying them, bro. Like, that's a low vibration. There. In the kingdom of heaven, you're going to be ashamed, bro. You know?
Yeah, you're going to have guys that fell out. They're going to turn some brothers in, man.
Too.
Yeah, they're going to down in Brosco brothers, man. All right.
Go ahead. Shit. Brother trying to find out where you stand and shit, man. This shit crazy, bro. It says, let death seize upon them and let them go down quicker to hell, for wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. So at the end of the day, all those that oppose themselves to the heavenly Father shall be turned into hell. Hell just means destruction, all right, given over to Satan, devoured, all right, and judged, all right, ultimately, you see? So whether you come up against the men of heaven, then hell go pursue your ass, man. And we ain't talking about a burning fireplace, man. All right? We talking about destruction on your ass, man. Misery. All right? So that's pretty much it, brother.
Yeah, you can check us out.
Yeah, come. So, brothers kind of gird up the loins of their mind. As it says in 1 Peter 1:13, gird up the loins of your mind, for we about to endure, all right, the physical part of the truth, man. All right, well, we gonna have to endure those jails and those, getting hands laid on us, man. Like, for real, it's gonna be a season in which we're gonna have to endure that for our faith's sake, man. And we'll get through it, just like we got through everything else, man. Just stay girded up and stay trusting in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. So that's pretty much it. So I don't want to wrap this out. This lesson was edifying. Till the next time, we're gonna give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh Hashem, Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the icons that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Till next time, we'll say Shalom.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.